How old were you when you first saw porn? And do you remember what it was?
I don't know if I remember what it was. It must have been around the time I was like 10, 11. I watched a lot of hentai. And I remember it would load so slow, because it was not videos first. It was just pictures.
Yeah.
And it was mostly just like softcore.
Yeah.
And it would load like...
Oh, yeah. Little lines.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it hits the nipple and you're like, ooh.
Yeah. Just spanking it, watching the nipple. Like, oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
We got it, boys.
Did you ever get caught? Other than when you were little with the pillow stuff.
There was one time...
Like, actually caught?
I don't know if you'd consider this being caught, but I was in the process of cleaning up. My dad came home, but my back was turned towards the door. And my dad opened the door. He's like, "Hello, son." And I'm like, "Oh, hold on, the dad. Can you close?" It was like one of those where I don't think of course, he didn't see anything because my back was turned. But it was such an awkward moment because I was just standing in the middle of my room with the back turned, like, you know, my hands
totally naked.
Not naked. I don't think I was naked, but I was clearly doing something.
I hear parents talk all the time. Yeah, he's 11. He's going in the bathroom a lot now. I know what he's doing.
Yeah,
like that kind of like,
yeah.
We know what's going on.
I did take long showers. Long showers. And my mom would be like, "What are you doing?"
She knew. There's no way she didn't know.
Yeah.
Especially your mom.
Oh my God.
She's young and cool. Like, she knew.
I always wonder that. Like, yeah.
I mean, they made you.
Yeah. But I remember.
Did you ever get caught hooking up?
Not by sight, but I was in the shower hooking up with my girlfriend at the time.
Asia?
Yep. And I think they must have heard it because they pulled me aside and were like, "Hey, what you do in your bedroom is your own business. But please don't use the guest bathroom like while we're at home."
Ooh, what was that like?
I was so embarrassed.
When you know your parents know.
Yeah. What's the highest surface that or ledge that you jumped off of into water, and were you scared or did you just fucking go for it? Because I'm always trembling at the edge.
It was around 4 stories.
Holy fuck.
From what we were told.
That's insane. If it actually was, what the fuck?
It was into a completely clear water.
That's higher than this building.
For sure.
What the fuck?
If I was by myself, I would have never had the balls to do it.
Yeah.
But here's what really made me do it. So this is in Morocco.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing this hiking trail. It's 3 guys, me being one of them, 3 girls.
Yeah.
One of the girls' shorts tears on the hike in the butt, and she's not wearing underwear.
Wow.
So suddenly, instead of me being in front, I find myself moved towards the back because I just want to watch her butt as she climbs over everything. Well, that made me not pay attention to where we were going.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just watching her butt as we're going, and I'm like 20.
Yeah.
So we finally get up to this ledge, and all of a sudden everyone's talking about jumping, and I'm initially thinking, well, that's not going to happen. Like, why? There's no way I'm going to jump off this.
That's hilarious.
First guy jumps. I'm thinking well, I'm still not doing it. Good for you. Second guy jumps. Now the girls are looking at me, and I'm like, I don't want to do this at all. And here's what's really going on. Internally, I don't want to do this. No.
Yeah.
Externally, maybe. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be that fun. I'm scared out of my mind. So, finally, one of the girls jumps.
It's so funny.
When the girl jumped and she landed and came up, I was like, it's so nice. And that was the first moment where I went, I don't have a choice. And I did, but in my head, the choice had just ended.
Oh my gosh, I hate it.
So I jumped, and it felt like
I don't even hide those moments. I'm like,
death for the first. I'm sure I was only in the air a second and a half, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But that first second seemed like an eternity as I was jumping off, because there's this voice in your head going, so you're intentionally killing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I hit the water, and I'm like, ooh, that was so cool.
I did not have that feeling when I hit the water. I'm like, this still fucking sucks.
Oh, what was the highest you jumped?
Not that high. I'd say from this balcony to
So 2 stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freaks me out. I hate it so much.
When we go up to the roof, do you get scared?
A little bit, not too bad.
Okay. Is it just if you're near the ledge?
Yeah.
So when we're up by the benches up in the mountains?
No problem.
When we're going along the ledges?
Not too bad.
Okay.
It looks... Yeah, it never looks that bad.
The Hollywood condo. I would always go up to the roof.
That freaked me out.
Okay. I remember you hugging
That freaked me out.
the ladder as you were going up.
Hated it.
Every time.
Well, you watched Attack on Titan last night. I'm glad you did that.
I did finally watch Attack on Titan. What's that like for you? Because you've talked about this, I know for sure, 7 years that I've been hearing about this.
It's another nerve-wracking moment because I'm like, I really hope you like it.
That was nerve-wracking for you?
Yeah, I'm like, I hope he likes it.
Okay. I loved the first episode.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Where I was on the edge of my seat like, fuck.
Yeah. It gets better. Fuck, it gets better.
For whatever reason, it was done well enough for me to put myself in the position of each of the people.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And realize how fucking horrifying that would be.
Yeah.
And you explaining stuff actually helped quite a bit. Like, me seeing the scene with the dad would have meant nothing to me.
Yeah.
You explaining, hey, this is the only time you ever see him, and here's why. Is like, oh shit, okay.
It's still a mystery to me. Like, what the fuck happened to that guy? Why does he know so much?
Even all these years later, you don't know.
Yeah, all these years later, it's been half a decade of watching the show, and
Is there like a bigger anime?
oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Like in terms of popularity, yeah. This is one of the top, but kids don't watch it, so it loses a lot.
Thank God. Fuck.
It loses a lot of audience from that.
I think the moment the giant ate the mom, I was so horrified that's instantly what came out is, kids watch this?
I literally said before we watch it, I'm like, this is the reason I'm showing you this is to show that anime is not just for kids.
Yeah, but not just for kids means like kids can watch it.
Oh.
And I was just thinking, oh my God, I would never want my kids to watch this.
Oh, that's a good point.
Let's say you had kids.
Yeah.
Let's say they're 7 to 10.
Yeah.
Would you be cool with them watching that? Would you
I would
prefer they
be.
watch porn or that?
Either.
And would it matter if it was
I want them to watch it. and I
real
want-
life stuff? Meaning like that's a cartoon.
Yeah.
So would it matter if it was like real,
Well,
a
that's
movie with real people fighting?
That's a good point. Because this one will haunt their nightmares. Because kids make these kind of things real in their imaginations, so that is horrifying. So no, maybe I wouldn't have a kid watch it for that sake. I do want them to understand the horrors of life and how to deal with it, how to ground themselves, and
But that's not necessarily what you would show them.
yeah, because that's so over the top. And maybe show them Saving Private Ryan or something.
Like a war movie.
Yeah. I watched Saving Private Ryan when I was around that age.
Did it stick with you?
Yeah, certain scenes did. Like the scene where he was like shooting the
tank?
with a gun, and then it exploded.
And he just looks at his hand for a second, like, what the hell? It's one of the best.
I fucking love it.
You know, that's the only time in a movie I've ever stood up and cheered out loud.
Really?
Ever. And sure enough, Tom Hanks, he's doing the gun thing, and the Air Force flies over, drops the bombs, which is what explodes the tank. Well, the Air Force is what my dad was in.
Oh, shit.
So I literally, like, I get chills right now. I literally jumped up and was like, yeah! Like, I was so, it was a fucking movie.
Oh my
but I was
God.
so upset that Tom was dying.
Yeah.
And I loved that the Air Force was there. And then, of course, 2 minutes later, I'm like, y'all couldn't have shown up, like, 5 minutes earlier?
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Like, that would have made this a lot easier. You saw that as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My parents showed me a lot of shit as a kid.
Oh, yeah, I guess I saw
So maybe it's the way why I'm
Schindler's
the way I am.
List.
Yeah.
I saw Schindler's List as a little
Holy
kid.
shit.
That one fucked with me.
Yeah. I'm just realizing I saw a lot of shit as kids that I shouldn't have been. As a kid, that I shouldn't have been seeing.
Can you now see the effects?
Yeah, I love it. I think of a lot of my kinks come from that. I'm not sure.
Well, your ball busting kink definitely comes from the
Being bullied.
that a pivotal moment when you were a
Pivotal
kid.
moment when I was being bullied and a lady came up and bullied
Bullied the bully,
the bully by kneeing him in the balls.
and you thought, I don't ever want to be that weak. Do that.
That's definitely part of it, yeah.
Like, do you think you'd be into it without that moment?
That I don't know. Because people ask me like how I came about it, and that's the one moment that like I could think of because it fascinated me, but I really don't know.
Is there anything else that came from?
Oh boy.
Wasn't there some guy you saw getting kicked or kneed down there? Maybe it was on video, something. And
Oh yeah, that I saw porn once with it.
it was a porn.
just-
Okay.
That was the hottest thing I'd ever seen. She said, "You want me to floor it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then she just stepped on it,
And that was hot to you.
and then she started jerking it really hard.
How old are you here?
Maybe like 13, 12. 13.
Okay. When anything is just, oh.
Yeah. She's like, "Holy shit." And she was so hot. I mean, like, I think that was like a perfect medley of fucked upness to affect my life. I love being treated like a piece of meat.
Do you?
Yeah.
But only sexually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, when you're treated that way, otherwise you get,
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's in the bedroom.
yeah. Would you be shocked if all of a sudden you found out your mom had similar escapades?
I would be so shocked. I'd be so shocked.
Would that change the way you related to her in any way, or would it just be like, wow, I never thought that?
In the past, it would have changed it. Now I'd be like, huh, holy shit. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, if you asked me that 3 years ago, I'd have been grossed out. Now I feel like I've just come to a point where I'd be like proud of it. Like, yeah, all right.
Really? Like, get him, Mom?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's a lot more open with me about that stuff, so I know his
Little secrets?
escapades. Yeah. When was your dad here last?
Around his birthday, in June.
Okay. Wow, he came during all of this
Mhm.
crazy shit. What had him okay to come out back then versus like no?
It hadn't gotten as bad.
Okay.
You know, it was bad, but he still had it as like, we'll be fine.
Oh,
And it
okay.
just kept getting worse and worse to where he finally was like, we've spent all this time inside, it would be dumb to go risk it now.
Gotcha.
It was early enough for him to be like,
Yeah, that makes sense. That's when you guys went on the rides?
uh-huh.
Okay.
When I took him out on the mobility device all
Yeah.
throughout Santa Monica.
So cool.
The amount of people that were excited
Yeah,
as we went by still cracks me up.
I love that. That was one. I wish I could have seen it.
Me riding him up the California incline, and he has a big smile on his face, and people are just going, hell yeah!
So cool. I love it. That's so cool. That thing could get up the Cali incline. That's amazing.
Dude, I would give anything to be able to take him out on Harley or the adventure bike.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. I want him so badly to experience this stuff, and it
Yeah.
drives me nuts that he can't. What would you say at this point would be the biggest misconceptions about you or biggest misunderstandings about you from people that don't know you?
That I consider myself an introvert. People are always surprised by that. I'm shy. Yeah, I think that I'm shy. Catches people off guard.
Yeah. As long as I've known you,
Yeah.
people are always surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody knows how sensitive you are?
I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's only a close person kind of thing. Yeah, I think the sensitive thing. I think that catches some people off guard.
What's your favorite part of your body?
It changes all the time.
So every time you're looking in the mirror, arms, legs, something.
It's
you're just
usually
like,
my legs. Lately, it's been my shoulders.
what's so special about the shoulders? Just they're big?
Yeah, round. I like round.
Have they not always been big and round?
No, during the time that I was self-conscious, it's because I felt like they were not there.
Okay. Was that tough for you to go from shredded to a gut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it took a while for that muscle to fill in.
But like even now, like you have a belly.
Yeah,
you know,
but I feel like it's balanced by,
but that's not something like you don't care that you don't have a six pack.
I do. I still want one.
Okay.
Do you smell that?
What?
It smells horrible.
Did you fart?
No, I didn't. I was wondering if you did.
No, I would tell you.
Jesus.
I don't even smell it. So
It is so bad. Why am I getting it? Oh, God.
are you still smelling it?
It's slowly fading away. Fuck.
Wow, I'm very happy I'm not smelling
Oh, fuck. I felt nauseous. Okay.
this. Do you remember? Oh, I just got a whiff. What is that?
Fuck.
Do you remember driving back from, it was at Santa Cruz or Santa Barbara? We all went out, got lunch with Ode at the sandwich shop.
Yeah.
Then I get in the car, you, me, Tiffany, and then all of a sudden I'm in the back seat and I couldn't hold it. And I farted. And the windows
That was
were down.
the worst one, yeah.
And you all of a sudden went, "Oh God, that's rancid." And you're like, "Are you okay?" Dude, I couldn't stop laughing. Dude, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Oh,
that is funny. That was so bad that you're actually concerned.